Yo, what up, YouTube? This your boy CryptoRootz, aka the Real Black Satoshi, aka Crypto Obama, the Blockchain Hustler, and we just having a little crypto smoke session. You know what I'm saying? And in the car, chilling up in Hollywood. I got the homie. You know what I'm saying? Kicking it. You know what I'm saying? What's your IG?
Hey man, at underscore safe TV. Safe TV. At underscore safe TV.
At underscore safe TV. That's the homie right
Yes,
there.
sir. Yes, sir.
And we just doing a little AMA, a little crypto smoke session. You know what I'm saying? Holla if you can hear me. Damn, these people out. Yo, so I was explaining to my coworker. I don't even know if I should call you coworker.
Goddamn
Um,
brother.
what a 51% attack is, and why it's crucial to get your hashing power up in the game early on, so that your blockchain doesn't become a victim of a 51% attack. And that's when motherfuckers with way more hashing power come on your shit, and basically they take 51% of the whole network's hashing power, and they tell the other 49% that those transactions aren't valid, these transactions are valid. So basically it calls a double spending. So you're able to spend twice. So you create more money out of nowhere, and you can create millions of dollars and delete it from every, like, out of nowhere. Within an hour or two, you can just make fake money and actually turn it into real money, and that destroys the integrity of the blockchain and makes it weak and vulnerable, and the price will never go back up once the society sees that your blockchain is vulnerable. So that's a 51% attack, is when we're like, you know what, if 51% of the network says something is valid, then that's it. So yeah, so that's why you want the mining pools. They what will happen is, especially what happened in Bitcoin, is that once people start seeing that a mining pool is reaching 45% of the total world power of the hashing power, miners back off because they're jeopardizing their own bank. Because if they get too powerful, then someone in the system can manipulate the whole system. So they'll back off purposely, you know, and go to a new pool just to secure the whole system itself. So people will check themselves to balance the hashing power, and this is the first time where hashing power is
What's
up.
hashing power mean?
Hashing power. Oh, great question. What is hashing power?
What is hashing
Great,
power?
great.
Yeah.
Okay, so what a hash is basically, in a computer science term, it's a scrambled number that represents something. So it's a serial number, basically, right? And it's encrypted, though. So you, as a human, have no fucking clue what this means. But this string of characters, hexadecimals, a series of upper and lowercase numbers, and upper and lowercase letters and numbers, and they'll come in, like, Bitcoin's like a string of like 25 random ones, and they'll attach to something. So that's a hash. And hashing power, in order to hash something, you need computation, you need electricity, and you need processing power. And that's what makes this shit so beautiful, is because the proof of work algorithm ties the physical world into the digital world. You need to expend energy to,
Housing.
yeah, you need to expend electricity, and heat, electricity, and power is not free. You have to give up something in order to even run a computer. You have to pay for something to have the electricity to turn the computer on, to even do this. So you're actually investing electricity. Yeah, like
So
you're putting money down before you saying that, yo, I'm for real. You're telling the whole network, I'm for real. I'm putting in the energy. I'm about that. Like,
That's how work works.
yeah.
Energy, time, and work.
So basically, yeah, and what you'll have to do is just convince the community to start hashing. You know,
So multiple people have to hash.
yeah, you have to join a mining pool. That's the
What do you need to mine?
any processing, pretty much any CPU or GPU or ASIC miner. So
I can mine away from home.
yeah, I mean anything that has a processing unit,
My laptop.
absolutely. I mine on my laptop. I mine garlic coin. Yeah, so I print my own money.
How do you find? Is it a website? You got to download it.
Oh, the miners. Yeah, you download the miners, but then you gotta set it up. You gotta pick your own mining pool, and once you set up the miner based on your operating system,
You have to pay to mine.
no, hell no. Well, no, you mine and whatever. So whatever my laptop's at, I make sure that it's mining at all times while I'm doing other things on the computer. You know, and then I take that and I trade it for more money. Yeah. So, what's up? Who's up in the chat? We talking that crypto talk, smoking weed. I'm coaching my homeboy, mentorship, crypto mentorship, and I'm getting him on game. I'm talking about mining. I'm talking about mining pools, hashing power, just letting him know, like, you know, it's possible, but you got to get your weight up in the game before you even enter the game. Otherwise, the big dogs, the big sharks is gonna come and eat your shit up.
So that's where the 5150 comes from.
The 51% attack, you know, and Bitcoin is such a well-balanced system of checks and balances. No one can get in over on the system, no matter whether you're a trader, whether you're a miner, whether you're a no one can. The system balance. It's called a difficulty, the difficulty rate, and the difficulty rate is when more people start mining, like, because you get a block. The reason they mine, you get a reward. It's called the block reward, right? So whoever finds the block, I'll go into that for what finding the block is, but whoever finds the block, you have to put in such an insane amount of computational power. It's insane.
Really?
So yeah. So once you
We talking hundreds or thousands?
bro, we're talking some of the most extreme mathematical problem your computer's trying. All these computers. In fact, you got to team up with all these different computers to solve one little problem. So check this out. So it's all about solving a problem, and you get the reward. You get the Bitcoin. It's called the block reward.
Okay.
And so once more people start joining, the math problem gets harder. Basically, it gets harder and harder.
Now, does it know that it's creating a problem because there's people?
Yeah, it knows that. It knows how many people are actually trying to mine. So the difficulty rate of finding that or solving the math problem or finding that nonce, basically finding that number, goes up. The more people that are putting. We're talking about computers that can think and, like, you know, they're stressing out. They're burning up. Like, they're catching on fire trying to solve these problems and can't even barely do it. That's how insane this math problem is to solve, right?
That's why they use this. Okay.
That's why they're using so much energy. And then once you eventually solve it, and the way it's set up is that it's so the more people that do it, the harder it is to solve. The less people do it, the easier it is to solve. So it weighs in itself. It's a decentralized system, so there's no one controlling it. There's no CEO, there's no committee. It's like a consciousness that thinks and, like, acts on its own.
Now, what does
globally.
it get from making it harder?
What do you mean?
How does it?
It challenges, it balances the whole system.
So that's the point.
And once everybody leaves, and because what happens is that people overestimate. People go in and they, like, because the price goes up. So people like, oh, dude, I'm gonna start fucking mining. I'm quitting my job. I'm fucking start mining because it's the new growing weed.
Yeah.
It is the new growing weed.
For
people who don't want to grow weed or it's too risky to grow weed, they're mining crypto, bro. It's the same unit, same electricity, same amount of sound, same shit. You just gotta hide. It's the same thing. But just with no plans.
Next to us?
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Crypto life.
So, and the less people that are mining, the easier it is for you to get the money.
Yeah.
So, but in a mining pool, it gets distributed. Whoever put in the amount of energy, even if you don't find the block, you still get rewarded.
Right.
for trying to find the block.
Really?
Yeah.
So you may
It's
not.
called a share. You submit a share.
And that's where Satoshi's come from.
Yeah. So Satoshi is the measuring unit.
Shit.
Because the guy, girl, or they, him, her, or they that created it, because they don't know.
Yeah.
It's not a Japanese person. Well, most people feel it's not. But
You're nor there, because now we got the coin.
But it's an open source, and that's what I want to talk about. Open source. You heard of the term open source?
I haven't. What is open source?
Have you heard of the term patent?
Yes.
It's the exact opposite.
That means no one could ever.
It's the exact opposite of a patent.
Okay.
Patent is, this is my idea, this is legally mine, you steal my shit, I can fucking sue you. This is, I get to choose who gets to work on that it's the most me. Money. Me. Law. Open source is, hey, I have an idea. Anyone can use it. Anyone can take it. Anyone can build it off.
Okay.
Anyone can work on it. Just give me a little credit. For free. That's open source. So, and then next time I'll start the car.
Yeah, I'm about to get up there.
So that open source. So what happens when you open source something is that you open up it to the world, the most brilliant minds in the world, young, old, educated or not,
so essentially
to work on your code.
Yeah.
For free. They volunteer. So you have the best minds working 24/7 to keep up your code because they believe in your code. And that creates the most robust, strengthening system that costs no money for no one, yet the best ideas, best developers, and the minds working around the world 24/7. That's called open source. And anyone can take your idea and fork it. And it's no shame in the game. There's no shame in the game.
So now, how do you create the code that everyone's working on, or what's
You put in it's called GitHub.
GitHub?
You put it, yeah. It's the thing for developers. It's a where we post all our code, all the source code. We post all our code on GitHub, and that's how developers show off their portfolios and get jobs. And I'll show you all that.
Spell it.
GitHub, GITHUB, and GitHub it's called a Git system and a version control system. And what that means is they needed to have a way where a bunch of different people around the world can work on the same project at the same time without it conflicting. And how they could all submit to the code in their own different ways, yet everything be traced, nothing get lost, nothing get overwritten. So that's what Git version control is a way for it to work with multiple people on a single project without shit and getting fucked up in the process.
Yeah.
So that's where you post all your code. Is on.
So what language? So I have to know whatever language I use is what's going on.
Just learn HTML. I can teach you HTML in fucking 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm not joking. I can teach you HTML on fucking camera.
Yo.
I can teach you. You got a notepad? I'll teach you HTML.
Yeah.
Go to your notepad.
Notepad.
Teach you HTML.
HTML, I'm ready.
All right. I'm gonna teach him his first HTML. Just watch. It's gonna take about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're gonna be like, dude, you know what HTML is?
Hot.
All right. It's hypertext markup language. Don't worry about it. But what it is every single web page is formatted in HTML. So that's why it's still relevant. Every single web page. So that's the skeleton of the web page. Oh, almost here. Nina wants us to go. Yo, we gotta bounce. Holla at your boy, CryptoRootz. Oh, maybe I can spit some game while we drive.
That's true.
I can spit some game while we drive.
Do that.
Did I put the bong back over here?
Yep.
Okay. I shouldn't have ate so much food.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm going in with this crypto shit. So, you know, we took a break on Kaleidoscope only because I had to go to LA to get the game going and get the bread up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get back to that, but we're gonna have a lot more of my brothers and sisters join us this time. So you know what I'm saying? So I want to I want to see how we can get brothers and sisters to be very proficient crypto traders, miners, you know what I'm saying, programmers, and farmers. We're gonna switch that up. So the game's been real. Holla at your boy CryptoRootz, CryptoRootz at Proton Mail. I'll be having a crypto course coming out soon, and you already know what it is.